Geratones, what is going on, y'all? I hope y'all are well and in amazing health out there. So if you're new right here, let me tell you who I am. I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this amazing studio, the Jaren M. Laguerre Studio. I have wanted to get my hands on her voice for a little while. I've done a few videos of hers on TikTok and things like that over the last, like year or so. But a few people sent me this video and I'm like, I need to do something about this video and talk about what I hear her doing. She has such a unique voice, and I know she knows many people that I know. So shout outs to her and congrats to her for all the success she's seeing right now on this show and things like that. So like I always say, this is more so an analysis and not a reaction. So if you don't like starting and stopping a lot and things like that, then don't watch this video and go on to another video. But if you like starting and stopping and talking about things in a moment, then this is the channel and the video for you. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Here is Kim CRUSE singing I Can't Stand the Rain on The Voice.
I can't stand the rain against my window.
I can't stand the rain. And I can't do the stark difference like she just did right there. But I really like how she switched that register right there. I can't stand the rain. Ooh, that was nice.
Hey, bringing back a sweeter memories. Hey, with no pain, yeah. Tell me, do you remember? Yeah, how sweet it used to be.
It's almost like she has her tongue sitting in a unique way, but it's almost elevated and floating in her mouth. Way things used to be, way things used to be. It's almost like it's floating around in the oral cavity just a little bit. So it's giving her that cool texture. I think that's part of the magic that is Kim CRUSE, is that cool texture she has and how she approaches her voice. It uses a lot of vocal fry or vocal slack too. Way things used to be. And some aspiration or some breathiness in there too. So I think it's the airiness or breathiness, the tongue elevated in the mouth, and how she's shaping these vowels. They're kind of rounded. It's a really nice texture and a really cool natural approach that she has to her voice. Together. So she sung to the teeth, had a bite. When we were together, she almost pressed in that together, but it was together. So the vowel was together. It wasn't together. So the R was omitted completely. Together, but instead of she brought those teeth together. When we were together, and sung to the teeth right there. All these little tiny moves that you can make intentionally makes the voice and the sound of a song sound so unique. It's not just about blaring out the notes and things like that. Bring some texture, have some fun with it. Think outside the box vocally. Think of what you can do that's different, that makes you you. And I feel like she has really honed in, and has honed in on her unique voice. Because over the years that I've heard her, I've always felt like she's had this sound. It's just been so unique and so beautiful. And so I'm glad that now the world, even more so, is hearing what she has. I mean, it's such a gift.
Everything was so grand. Oh, yes, it was, baby. And now that we're apart now, this is one sound that I just can't stand the rain against my window. Ooh, I'm bringing back the sweeter memories. Hey, say I can't stand the rain.
She almost has a bite or a grit to her voice. And I love how she stays within her range. She doesn't go outside, up or down or whatever. She stays right where it's comfortable. Not saying she doesn't have a range. She does have a nice range, but she stays where it's comfortable. She has such a good idea of what her voice does really well, and she stays within that pocket. That is so smart to me. Another singer who does that, who stays within her own pocket, is Kelly Clarkson. She really stays true to herself in every type of song that she sings. Kim CRUSE to me has that same energy. She kind of just stays true to her voice no matter what she's singing. She's going to sing like Kim CRUSE. And I think that is such a respectable thing to have and possess as an artist, to really know who you are. You're not going to move from who you are. This is who I am. This is the artistry that I bring, and y'all going to love it. We love it, okay? We love it.
Against my window. No. Cause you're here, ain't here with me.
Her tongue almost sits flat in a way too. The dorsal kind of sits more flat, and the tongue goes back just a little bit. And I I feel like that grit is coming from a slight compression of the false vocal folds. I mean, a slight compression of the vocal folds coming together just a little bit. So it kind of has like a tiny undertone of a grit. It's not a super hard grit, at least not here, but there is some sort of a texture to her voice, almost like an underlining growl or something, squall or something. I can't put my finger on it, but something like that where you really hear that texture. And it gives us something more to listen to than just the voice itself. There's textures and layers and emotion behind what she's singing about. We hear it in the texture of her voice. Now she's really in the grit right here. Now you got sweet memory. So she's really now pressing in and bringing those false vocal folds together even more to get that grit more solid and more pronounced. Okay? The churchy element she's bringing here, repeating syllables, repeating words, repeating sounds. You oughta, and she's like, yeah. Like, you know, that kind of stuff is so, to me, so church. And when you grow up in that environment, all of those elements come out in different ways when we sing. I mean, I grew up in singing in church, so I understand exactly what's going on here. And there is a charisma that is kind of taught by assimilation and being in the environment of the black church and things like that. And then a lot of times, those of us who come from black church, we sing that way no matter where we go. There's always an element of that black church around what we do. I have a video of me singing How Beautiful Are the Feet of Them from Handel's Messiah years ago, maybe like, gosh, 10 years ago. And it may still be on YouTube, I'm not sure. But I had this video, and no, it was on TikTok, I'm sorry. And I posted it, or was it Instagram? Anyway, I posted it, and somebody years ago commented like, I can hear the gospel elements of your voice. This is a beautiful rendition, and I love hearing the gospel undertones of your voice. And you know, I'm singing, how beautiful are the feet of them. You know, I'm singing like that, but they're like, I can tell you went to church still. I can tell you sing in church still. You know, and most singers that we hear that grew up singing in church, we can tell as soon as they start singing, oh yeah, you grew up singing in church. Right here. And I don't know, she may not have, but I'm assuming that she has been around church at some point in her life. I'm pretty sure that she has. And so those elements are coming out in how she sings, and I love hearing that part of people's journey in their voice when they sing songs like this. If you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below to click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And as I will always say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all. See y'all soon.